Hello everyone, this is Yash Gulati, a BTech CSE student at LIET Greater Noida, and today we'll be looking at the question 3 consecutive odds. Given an integer array ARR, return true if there are 3 consecutive odd numbers in the array, otherwise return false. So the question demands us is to check whether there are 3 consecutive odd numbers occurring in the array. For example, in the test case 2 we have 5, 7 and 23, which means we have 3 consecutive odds, so we return true. To solve this, let's start with setting a counter and its default value as 0. Then we can iterate through our array and check whether our value is odd or even. There are 2 cases for this, so let's just set itr mod 2 equal to 0. If a number modded by 0 returns true, that means it is even. So in that case, we set our counter to 0. Otherwise, our number is odd and we increment our counter. Now, what the loop does is it iterates through all the values and we check whether it is an odd number or an even number. If we encounter an odd, we increment counter. Now, if our counter reaches 3, we return true. As the question demands, if there are 3 consecutive odds, we return true. Once the loop is done, we return false as a default case. That means we didn't get the value true from this case. That means we don't have 3 consecutive odd numbers in our array. Let's just try to run this code. Okay, let's submit it now. Okay, done. Now what we did here is we iterated through all the values by setting our counter to 0. First we check the first value, it's odd, we increase our counter. Then we check the second value, it's even, we set our counter to 0. Same for 34. Then we get 33. For 3 it is an odd value and we increment our counter. Now our counter reaches 1. 4, our counter is set to 0 now as it is an even value. 5, counter increments and reaches 1. 7, counter again increments and reaches 2. 23, our counter again increments and it reaches 3. Now this condition is run. We check our counter is 3, yes, and we return true. For test case number 1, we check 2, it's an even value, counter is 0. 6, again 0. 4, again 0. Final value 1, counter reaches 1. Condition isn't true in any of these values. Therefore, our default case returns false. This was an easy solution. I will be posting the link in the description where you can check out the solution. Thank you.